cowpoke went riding out one dark and windy day. Upon a ridge he rested as he went along his way, when all at once a mighty herd of red-eyed cows he saw, a-plowing through the ragged skies and up a cloudy draw.
Welcome to tonight's show from Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. It is February 24th, 1950, and we are set for the 8th super fantastic wrestling from Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. Tonight we have 3 matches of newcomers to Ottawa, guys who have not wrestled here before. We start out as Andrew Toughman Connor takes on Bronko Nagurski. Little backstory on these two as they enter the ring. Andrew Toughman Connor is from Swansea, Wales, one of the strongest men in the world. That's where he gets his name from, the Tough Man.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Swansea, Wales, weighing in at 354 pounds, Andrew Toughman Connor.
He is age 33 years old. He's making his first appearance here in Ottawa's Canadian wrestling. He's a powerhouse. This should be an interesting match against the former NFL All-Pro Bronko Nagurski out of Rainy River, Ontario, Canada. The 41-year-old who won several NFL championships in his time as a member of the famed Monsters of the Midway. Nagurski is also a former 2-time World Heavyweight Champion under the NWA banner.
From Windsor, Ontario, Canada, weighing in at 226 pounds, Bravo Natoli.
Bronko Nagurski, the Chicago Bear, the consummate professional, actually holds 3 former World Heavyweight Championships, as he also held another one. It was recognized by both the American Wrestling Association and the NWA. This should be an interesting matchup between these two. Nagurski is giving up some size, but what he lacks in size against the Tough Man, he will bring in power as he uses his professional football background to his advantage. The two lock up, and right away, Connor is all over Nagurski with a press. Connor's got quickness that you just don't see out of a man his size. Nagurski's not sure what hit him. Going for a suplex. And Connor is tossing Nagurski all around. Ooh, stiff kick to the chest. Brings Nagurski back up. What a maneuver by Connor. Not sure what you call that, 1950. Dragging Nagurski's lifeless body all over the ring. And Connor's calling for... Oh my goodness. The agility out of the big man. Does like a cartwheel into an elbow drop. Gets a 2 and 3. This is just a demolishing of Bronko Nagurski. I don't think anybody saw that coming out of in this matchup when it was signed. They thought that Connor would be or Nagurski would be a better foe than that. I don't even think the match went a minute. I don't know where Nagurski never even got a maneuver in, I don't think. Well, I don't know what you call that move out of Andrew Toughman Connor, but he showed that he is a powerhouse and one to be reckoned with, bursting on the scene here in Ottawa to get the win. Unbelievable. Thanks for stay tuned for the next match coming up next. Okay, our next match on the card features the Cardiff Giant out of Cardiff, Wales versus Tex Riley out of Muleshoe, Texas. Let's head down to the ring. The Cardiff Giant, known for his bear hug, makes his first appearance here in Ottawa.
Making his way to the ring from Cardiff, Wales, weighing in at 301 pounds, Cardiff Giant.
The Cardiff Giant is 38 years old. Powerhouse, like we said, a tall man. Going to be an imposing matchup for Tex Riley. Tonight it's all about the newcomers, the first timers here in Ottawa, but definitely not new to wrestling, although we were shocked by Connor. Let's see what happens in this match. Tex Riley out of Muleshoe, Texas.
And his opponent from New Mexico, weighing in at 220 pounds, Ted Riley.
Tex Riley, 33 years of age. Recently was tag team champion down in the southwest portion of the United States. Title he held with Herb Welch, the NWA Mid-America Southern Tag Team Championship. He's coming up here to attempt his hand at singles career. Definitely a size disadvantage in this match, as the Cardiff Giant much taller and heavier than Riley. It'll be interesting to see where this match goes, how it goes. And the match is underway. Riley going off right to work, taking the big Giant down. Oh, but the Giant caught his kick. And that could spell trouble for Tex Riley. A heavy-handed kick by the Giant. And now he's going to stomp away. But he just sits right down on the lower back of Riley. Going to work on that lower back. This could be a problem. Stands him up. Look at him just power Riley all over the ring. Riley trying to fight back. Some right hands. He breaks the hold. Hard right shot. Elbow to the head. But the Giant is unfazed and immediately takes Riley off his feet. Riley has got to use his speed and quickness. And right there he does to get behind the Giant and start kicking away at the leg. Oh, but the Giant's not having it. Shoulder block taking Riley down. Riley, look at the strength of him. He's able to get the Giant up in the air and drop him with an atomic drop. But Riley is playing to the crowd. They don't seem to like the Giant much. Giant in the ropes. Riley stomping away on him. Now he's going to ram his head right into the ring. Tex Riley has control of this match. Again, ramming the Giant's the back of his head, trying to knock him unconscious. Dragging Riley back in the center. He goes for the cover. One, but the Giant kicks out with a lot of power left in him still. Stiff kick from Tex Riley. He's going to try and stretch him. Stretch the Giant. Bending his arms backwards in an angle they do not bend. Giant working his way to his feet. Breaks free of the hold. Giant, he's going to pick Riley up into the air over his head. And he's going to just throw him out of the ring like a child. The Giant will follow him. You have 10 seconds to get back in the ring here in Ottawa Canadian Championship Wrestling. Oh, Riley fighting back. Not to be intimidated. The two men are struggling, trying to get slamming Riley face first into the ring apron. But the Giant, stiff punches to the guts. Riley fighting back. These two men do not like each other. Oh, and at the 6 count, Giant is able to toss Riley back in the ring. And here comes the Giant. Now he's going to drag Riley, roll him over, and just look at him lay across his face, but Riley's able to kick out. His legs were free, and that allowed him to get free. Giant once again stomping on the lower back of Tex Riley. How much more Riley's got to get out of the ring? Now he's going to play keep away from the Giant. Oh! The Giant just dragging Riley. Riley is loopy on his feet. Hard right hand from the Giant. Shoving him way back in the corner. How much more can Riley take? Goes for the cover. 2, but Riley is still able to kick out. Boy, if the Cardiff Giant is able to get that bear hug on, it could spell doom. Riley turning the Giant inside out and dropping him on his neck. But once again, Riley is playing to the fans. Hard right hand. Oh, he's got the sleeper hold. This is Riley's. This is his favorite move, to put away wrestlers, his opponents. Can he put the Giant to sleep? It doesn't matter how big you are. If you're the airway to your is shut off. But Riley, he gives up on the hold and he's going to go for the pin. 1, 2, and the Giant kicks out. That might have been a mistake by Tex Riley to kick out or to let go of the sleeper hold before it was cinched in all the way. Riley, what's he waiting for? He's going to put it on again. He might have just been toying with the Cardiff Giant. He puts the sleeper hold on one more time. Referee checking. Nope, the referee says it's not over yet. But Riley is very, very sure of himself. And doing a little jig move. Jitterbug. I don't know what they call it, what the kids call it these days. But Riley is able to get the pin. Tex Riley giving up a lot of size. However, the sleeper hold wore down the Cardiff Giant on several occasions. And your winner, out of Muleshoe, Texas, Tex Riley. Cardiff Giant, he's dazed and confused. He does not understand what just happened to him. Stay tuned for our next match after these messages from our local sponsors. Our third match tonight comes 2 more newcomers here to Ottawa. Pierre Vinette versus Shawn Michaelson. Let's head down to the ring. Pierre Vinette comes from Nice, France.
Making his way to the ring from France, weighing in at 210 pounds, Pierre Valiant.
Pierre Vinette considers himself better than the Canadians because he is a pure Frenchman. Let's see how that translates into wrestling in the ring itself. Vinette is 29 years of age, making his first appearance this evening. He's wrestled all over Europe. And his opponent, coming out of Ottawa, he's a hometown boy.
His opponent from Windsor, Ontario, Canada, weighing in at 320 pounds, Shawn Michaels Sutton.
Shawn Michaelson from right here in Ottawa. He was working out one day when Mr. Vincent discovered him and asked him if he'd want to try his hand at wrestling. And here he is making, this will be his first ever wrestling match. Michaelson is 30 years of age. He can bench press well over 200 pounds in the weight room. But his athletic background is limited. He played some high school football, and let's see how that translates to the wrestling ring. Of course, Pierre Vinette considers himself a much better athlete than anybody else who's come through Ottawa in the last 2 months. As they get together. Oh, and Michaelson with a nice takedown. He is trying to stick up for all those Canadians that Vinette has been insulting through the newspaper this past week. Vinette chases him in the corner and delivers a knee. Michaelson pushes him off. Vinette with a back elbow. Michaelson kick, low kick. He's going to go for a suplex. Nice maneuver out of the newcomer, the rookie. Vinette's not sure what hit him. That was a kick. That was a stomp. Oh, and Michaelson just flattening Vinette. And he's going to go, he's going to go for a pit ball. But, you got to learn you cannot pin a professional wrestler like that. You've got to get on him and stay on him. And now going for a nerve hold is Michaelson. Michaelson, he's definitely got the size and speed advantage. Can he maintain this? Hard right hands into Vinette's head. Vinette was quoted on Tuesday's Ottawa Sun-Times saying that there isn't a man in Canada strong enough or smart enough to defeat him in the ring. And when he shows up Friday night in Ottawa, whoever they give him, he is going to demolish. Well, Vinette right now has got his hands full against Michaelson as Michaelson drags him down to the mat. And now bringing Vinette back up. Vinette reverses things. Oh, shoulder block of his own. Now a kick. Vinette showing Michaelson who's the wrestling genius. One count only and Michaelson kicks out. Vinette is up. Another elbow to the head. Michaelson reversing thing. Oh, and Michaelson picking the Frenchman up. Oh, but he reverses it. And he drives Michaelson head first into the canvas. And now Vinette looking around at the Ottawa faithful and trying to see if they know what's going on. But Vinette just cockily stomping on Michelson's hand. Michaelson might be thinking twice about trying his hand at professional wrestling as Vinette whips. Oh, back elbow from Michaelson. Michelson's going to throw Vinette into the opposite corner and drives a lariat right into his neck. Now going to stomp away on the Frenchman. Wrenching back on the neck. Can the size and strength advantage of Michaelson work to his favor? Yes! Shawn Michaelson embarrasses the Frenchman. Shawn Michaelson gets a submission win. Unbelievable. Nobody saw this coming. Shawn Michaelson, first of all, he went for a bit of a cocky pin. I think he might have learned a lesson there. Vinette, who's been running his mouth in the newspaper all week long, was ill-prepared. Goes for a bit of a cocky pin himself there. Look at the power and strength, but Vinette is able to reverse it. Well, then Michaelson, not sure where he learned this move. He had told us that he was going to flatten Vinette, and he certainly did today. Gets a submission win with a chin lock by placing his knee right in the lower back.
Here is your winner, Shawn Sutton.
And Shawn Michaelson is 1-0 in his professional wrestling career for the hometown hero. The fans are enjoying it. Well, stay tuned. We'll be back to wrap things up in just a few minutes. Okay, here's a little disclaimer for what's about to happen. The WWE 2K Universe mode has pre-packaged promos. When I do promos, and there won't be many in the 1950s, I am going to do my own. So if you read along, you might be confused. Okay, folks. Well, that first match between Nagurski and Connor left a little time on the ring. What's this? Al Mills is coming to the ring. Al Mills, who competed in the tournament to declare the first Canadian champion and was a finalist, he's come out to the ring and he looks like he's got something to say. I'll head up in the ring and ask him what he's talking about. Mr. Mills, what do you want to say? Listen, I sat back there and I watched these newcomers, these nobodies, get out here in the ring and embarrass themselves. I want competition. I am a member of this roster in this territory, and I want one of these newcomers to come out here and try and take my spot. I don't care which one it is. I don't care if it's Nagurski. I don't care if it's Connor. I don't care if it's that Cardiff giant, that so-called newcomer Shawn Michaelson, the Frenchman. I don't care. Tex Riley, one of them, get out here and take me on. Come on, which one of you is it going to be? I am a pure Canadian wrestler. I come from Alberta, Canada, and I am not going to sit back there and watch a bunch of foreigners or from America or Wales or France or wherever they come from come in here and show up me or any of the other men that started this promotion 2 months ago. I'm going to prove that I should be the heavyweight champion right now, not Vern Gagne, an American. So get out here, one of you. Get out here right now and take me on. Well, Mills, looks like you're going to get your wish. Bronko Nagurski is making his way to the ring. Now, he probably feels embarrassed. Oh, he should feel embarrassed. He didn't even last a minute. Listen. This is even worse. This former football player strutting out here like he means something. He's an embarrassment to professional wrestling. You want to take somebody on? You want one of these newcomers to come out here? I've got a little bit something to prove too after my first match. Yeah, I'll admit it, I was ill-prepared for Connor. But I am not ill-prepared to come out here and smack you around for what you're saying. What do you fans here in Ottawa think? You think I ought to teach Mr. Mills a lesson? Let's see, you want to step up and represent all these newcomers. You think you have what it takes to take on me? I was in the finals for the heavyweight championship tournament. And the only reason I lost is because Longson had some kind of grease on him or something. Yeah, I'll take you on. You want to fight? Let's do this. All right, get a referee out here and let's do this. All right, so Al Mills and Bronko Nagurski are going to go one-on-one. Mills charges Nagurski with a flying drop kick from the 41-year-old former football player. Mills, 44 years old. He is the current NWA Canadian Heavyweight Champion out of Ottawa, and he is taking control of Nagurski. He's going to drag him back in the ring. Nagurski embarrassed earlier in his match against Andrew Toughman Connor, and now Al Mills called out one of these newcomers, said he was tired of seeing all this new talent. He thought he deserved to be on this show, and since there was enough time, he came out and made an open challenge, and Nagurski trying to redeem himself as the man who answered it. Mills pushing Nagurski down, driving his leg into the ring. Mills going to whip. Nagurski's going to throw that was his earlier match. Mills over the ring and then suplexes him belly to belly style back into the ring. Nagurski with a stiff kick and then slam it. Oh, Nagurski, look at that power. He lifts Mills up, who's got to be at least 30, 40 pounds heavier than him. Lifts him from a deadlift into a suplex. And now he's going to lock his legs around it, kind of like a leg lock sort of hold, and then drives the elbow right into Mills. Mills back up and he reverses. He throws Nagurski into the ring, into the corner. Delivers a clothesline. He's going to stomp away at that elbow once again, and Mills is going to go for the pin. 1, and then Nagurski kicks out. Mills is relentless. He stays right on him. Nagurski, another overhead belly-to-belly suplex. The power this man has. That's why we were all shocked about his earlier match. Nagurski taking him down, or Mills taking him down though. Nagurski's right back up. Mills rocks him with a punch. Another one. He's going to send him into the ropes. Nagurski comes back. A back elbow from Mills. Mills bringing Nagurski up. Sends him into the ring again. Delivering a hard clothesline. Mills dragging Nagurski up. Takes him down. Nagurski's able to block most of those. Mills going for cover. 1. Nagurski kicks out. Nagurski's right up. He's going to send Mills into the ropes. What a maneuver from Bronko Nagurski. Making like an open field tackle, catching the player in the air and slamming him down. Goes for the pin. 1. But Mills is able to kick out. If Nagurski can get that tackle, that body block as he calls it on to Mills, this could be all she wrote. Nagurski wrenching the arm. Oh, Mills with a reverse. Nagurski, another suplex from the former Chicago Bear. Driving his foot into the chest of the NWA Canadian Champion. More show of power from Nagurski. He just throws Mills across the ring like a rag doll. Mills back with a takedown of his own. The anger inside Mills right now. We're not sure if it's stemming from his championship loss about a month ago, or the fact that he just wasn't booked to be on the show. And Mills kicks out from 1 count. Nagurski going to an armbar. Mills trying to work his way to his feet. He gets up, picks Nagurski up into the air. What's he going to do? Slamming him down. What a maneuver. Now he's going to drag the Bear into the center of the ring. Rolling him over. Goes for the pin. 1, 2, and 3. Well, that was the second match that Nagurski fought. Mills kind of suckered him into this fight, but Nagurski was not going to back down from a challenge. He never did in his life. And Mills is able to get the win. It was a shocking night here from Ottawa, Canadian Championship Wrestling. We hope you enjoyed it. And we hope you come back for more next time here on Friday nights. Until then, I'm Edmund Vincent. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week at the fights.